Do you have a family member or a friend who is diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, dementia, or brain cancer? If you do, how do you feel about them? Have you ever thought of what if these diseases may come to you someday? These diseases are quite scary to any one of us. We might not know if we will be diagnosed with any of these diseases in the future. Therefore, we should take action to prevent these diseases. The brain is the most important organ in the body. It manages most of our body's activities, such as heart beating and lungs breathing, and also is the very seat of our emotions and cognitive abilities. For your information, this video is for educational purposes only and should not be considered professional advice. So, please consult with your professional doctor if you face any medical problems. If you know somebody, either family members or friends, that have a brain problem, please share with them because this video will be useful to them. To improve memory and learning and reduce the risk of age-related cognitive decline, we need to have a healthy and happy brain. But most people do not know that some foods may bring negative effects to the brain, which may affect their memory and mood, as well as increase the risk of dementia. Studies have shown that we may be able to reduce the possibility of dementia by avoiding foods that can compromise gut bacteria and weaken our memory and focus. Now, let's review the bad foods that we should cut out of our diet. Number 1. Sugary drinks. Most people love sugar-sweetened beverages like soda, energy drinks, fruit juice, and sports drinks because they are super tasty. It is because of a high amount of sugar being added to enhance the sweetness. Most sugary drinks consist of high-fructose corn syrup, which increases the sugar levels in the blood. A high intake of sugary drinks not only boosts the risk of diabetes and heart disease, but also harms the brain. In 2017, researchers found that people who regularly consume sugary drinks are more likely to have poorer memory, smaller overall brain volume, and a significantly smaller hippocampus, which is the part of the brain important for learning and memory. Number 2. Fried foods. There are lots of fried foods that most people love, such as French fries, fried chicken, chicken nuggets, and tempura, but these artery-clogging fried foods are harmful to our brain. These foods can increase the risk of Alzheimer's disease and decrease cognitive function. In 2016, studies have shown that people who have a high intake of fried foods score lower marks in learning and memory compared to those who consume plant-based foods. Another study has shown that people who consume more fried foods were more likely to develop depression. The reason behind these studies is that fried foods are highly inflammatory, which can damage the blood vessels that supply the brain with blood, as well as a reduction in brain tissue size. Number 3. Tuna. You might think, why tuna? Well, even though tuna is nutritious and a great source of protein, omega-3 fatty acids, and vitamin B, however, it contains a higher level of mercury, which is a toxic heavy metal. Other than tuna, other fishes have a higher level of mercury, such as swordfish, king mackerel, shark, and tilefish. Higher levels of mercury in our bloodstream can lead to brain cell death, which can cause a decline in cognitive function, as well as anxiety and depression. Mercury exposure also can lead to poor mental health and heart disease. Therefore, it is recommended to eat tuna in moderation and consider other fish that is low in mercury. When buying canned tuna, try to choose skipjack or canned-like varieties. Number 4. Refined carbohydrates. High refined carb foods such as white bread, white pasta, and white rice have a high glycemic index. This means our body digests them quickly, causing a major spike in blood sugar and insulin level. The faster a food turns into glucose in the body, the higher its GI's ranking. A high intake of refined carbs with a high glycemic index may impair memory and intelligence, as well as increase the risk of dementia. Number 5. Processed meat. Consuming lots of processed meat, such as bacon, sausages, salami, and hot dogs, may not only increase the risk of cancer, but also may develop Alzheimer's disease. Many processed meat is high in salt, nitrates, and saturated fats. Nitrates are used as a preservative and to enhance colors in delight slices, and cured meats may be connected to depression. Therefore, it is best to avoid processed meat because it may increase the risk of developing dementia even though you consume a small intake. Number 6. Alcohol. Drinking alcohol may be enjoyable, but if you are a heavy drinker, you need to be careful. Studies have shown that people who consume more than 14 drinks per week had a higher risk of dementia compared to those who drank alcohol in moderation. But some study has also shown that people who consume alcohol in moderation may lead to cognitive decline. To protect your brain, it is recommended to limit your alcohol consumption to no more than 1 or 2 drinks per day. Now, you have learned the list of the worst foods that may harm your brain. A diet that consists of high in sugar, refined carbs, unhealthy fats, and processed foods accompanied by alcohol can lead to impaired memory and learning, as well as increase the risk of developing dementia and Alzheimer's disease. However, you don't have to avoid these foods completely. Some foods like alcohol and fish also have health benefits, but try to have a moderate intake. The best way you can do this is to include healthy and fresh whole foods as well as anti-inflammatory foods, which will be explained in the next video. If you think today's video is helpful, please hit the subscribe button so we can continue to make more educational health videos. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching and have a great day.